Using the golden ratio, aka golden mean, to improve your artworks. Today I will be discussing what the golden ratio is, otherwise known as the golden mean, and how we can use it to improve your artworks. What is the golden ratio? The golden ratio is the ratio of approximately 1 to 1.618. These are extremely important numbers to mathematicians. But what do they mean to us artists? Well, there have been studies which suggest designs set out using the golden ratio are aesthetically pleasing. We can use the golden ratio to help design our paintings and position our subjects. Who would have thought art and maths could have such a close connection? Luca Pacioli, a contemporary of Leonardo da Vinci, went as far as saying, "Without mathematics there is no art." History of the golden ratio. The golden ratio has been around for some time and has influenced many areas of life, including architecture, maths, design and of course art. Here is a rough timeline of the golden ratio's history according to author Priya Hemingway. Phidias 490 to 430 BC made the Parthenon statues that seem to embody the golden ratio. Euclid, c. 325 c. 265 BC, in his Elements, gave the first recorded definition of the golden ratio, which he called, as translated into English, extreme and mean ratio. Fibonacci 1170 to 1250 mentioned the numerical series now named after him in his Liber Abbasi. We will discuss the Fibonacci sequence later in this post. Luca Pacioli 1445 to 1517 defines the golden ratio as the divine proportion in his Divina Proportion. Charles Bonnet 1720 to 1793 points out that in the spiral phyllotaxis of plants going clockwise and counter-clockwise were frequently two successive Fibonacci series. Martin Ohm 1792 to 1872 is believed to be the first to use the term Goldner Schnitt golden section to describe this ratio, in 1835. Eduard Lucas 1842 to 1891 gives the numerical sequence now known as the Fibonacci sequence its present name. Calculations. I will try and keep this simple, as we do not need to understand all the complexities of the golden ratio as artists. The golden ratio can be calculated as follows. That weird symbol at the end represents the golden ratio. I find this equation easier to understand in pictorial format, so a plus b is to a as a is to b. Confused yet? Keep reading as it becomes easier to understand when we apply it to certain situations. The golden rectangle. Below is a golden rectangle, which means the side lengths are in golden ratio. If you take away that square on the left, another rectangle will remain which is also in golden ratio. This could continue indefinitely. There is some kind of peacefulness and beauty in infinite numbers, which is possibly why the golden ratio is so popular in design. Creating the golden rectangle is easy using these steps. All you need is a compass. Step 1. Construct a simple square. Step 2. Draw a line down the middle of the square. Step 3. Grab your compass and place one point at the intersection at the bottom middle and draw down from the edge of top right corner, as shown below. Step 4. Complete the golden rectangle. Note, this is for demonstration purposes only, so it may not be the exact proportions of the golden ratio. The Fibonacci sequence. The following is the Fibonacci sequence. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34. The next number is found by adding up the two numbers before it. When we take any two successive, one after the other, in the sequence, their ratio is very close to the golden ratio. In fact, the later the numbers are in the sequence, the closer it becomes to the golden ratio. This relationship between the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio is shown below. Golden spiral. The golden spiral is what occurs when you spiral a line through the golden rectangle. This spiral can be found throughout nature, applying the golden ratio in art. Now we can get to some of the more interesting applications of the golden ratio. The golden ratio has been used by artists to locate aesthetically pleasing areas to place our subjects and distribute weight in our paintings. The eyes of the golden rectangle. One technique is to use the eyes of the rectangle to position your subjects. These eyes are indicated in blue below the golden section. Another option is to segment your painting into 9 unequal sections using the golden ratio. The ratio of the columns is 1 to 0, 618 to 1. Likewise for the rows. You can then use this diagram as a tool to ensure there is balance throughout your composition. I will show you some examples below. This is a more complex version of the rule of thirds. The application of the golden section and the rule of thirds is basically the same. Examples of the golden ratio. I could use the golden ratio to design this very website in an aesthetically pleasing manner. For example, I could distribute the content to sidebar widths according to the golden ratio. I could also use the golden ratio to determine the size of my header in relation to my content, or my logo to my menu. There is no limit to how I could use the golden ratio. This is not to say my website is designed strictly using the golden ratio, this is just for demonstration purposes. The golden ratio in paintings. In this painting by Georges Seurat, the golden ratio appears to have been used throughout the painting, to define the horizon, to place points of interest and to create balance in what would appear to be a very active scene. Georges Seurat also seems to have used the golden ratio in this painting. Notice the positioning of the jetty, the sail mast and the horizon. Thank you for feeling our sharing. You can make a picture for yourself as a souvenir, for your friends, relatives. Or now, if you want to make a surprise gift for your dearest ones. You can give this great job to us. Please send us your most favorite photo and we will choose the best artists to convert into a work of art by hand painting. Your loved one will certainly be very happy to have this meaningful gift. Right now click on the link below the description. And enjoy! If you enjoyed this video please like and subscribe for more or share to help more people. Thank you so much. I attached link below description. Access now and follow it. Thank you.